Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the new topic, that is common salt, and which compounds can be obtained from common salt. From common salt, what can be obtained? We can get it. Okay. So the common salt is very important source of many chemical compounds. Remember, common salt is very important source of many chemical compounds. Many chemical compounds can be obtained from common salt. Okay. So the common salt is the source for many chemical compounds such as what? NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, and Na2CO3. Na2CO3 is called sodium carbonate. So sodium carbonate, sodium hydroxide, and many compounds we can prepare from common salt. So what is given subheading here? Common salt, a raw material for chemicals. For many chemicals, the raw material is what? Common salt. From this common salt, we can produce what? We can produce many chemicals. That point we have to keep in mind. So the common salt is an important raw material for various materials of daily use. Okay, so in the daily use, we use many types of chemicals. All those chemicals can be prepared from what? Common salt. Such as what? Sodium hydroxide. What is the formula of sodium hydroxide? NaOH. Sodium hydroxide is also called caustic soda. Caustic soda, otherwise sodium hydroxide, both same, NaOH. And baking soda. Baking soda formula NaHCO3. NaHCO3, sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, we say baking soda. Next, washing soda. Washing soda formula what? Na2CO3. Na2CO3, 10H2O. Washing soda formula what now? Na2CO3 means sodium carbonate dot 10H2O. What is 10H2O called here? That is called water of crystallization. Water of crystallization. Everyone should be having one notebook and pen mark. State board separate notebook for chemistry, better you keep. And write in that whatever important points I am giving you. Whatever you do not know, that you must write. Now, washing soda. Washing soda formula is what? Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. The 10H2O is called what here? Water of crystallization. Water of crystallization. And next, one more compound what we can prepare from common salt, bleaching powder. Bleaching powder can be obtained. Bleaching powder is what? CaOCl2. Ca, calcium, O, oxy, Cl2, chloride. Calcium oxychloride, you say. What is common name of bleaching powder? Calcium oxychloride. CaOCl2. Okay. So bleaching powder also can be prepared from what? NaCl, common salt. And many more chemicals can be obtained from what? Common salt. So the common salt is the raw material for the preparation of what here? Preparation of sodium hydroxide, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder, and many more chemicals can be prepared from what? The common salt. That point keep in mind. The first compound that can be prepared from common salt is what? Sodium hydroxide from common salt. What is sodium hydroxide formula? NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Okay. So now here, when electricity is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium chloride, when electricity is passed through, when electric current is passed through, the aqueous solution of NaCl. Aqueous solution of NaCl means sodium chloride is known as brine. Remember, brine, brine, not brain, not brain. Brine. Brine means what? The aqueous solution of NaCl. Exactly what we can say is that the saturated aqueous solution, the saturated aqueous solution of NaCl is called brine. Through this brine, through this NaCl aqueous solution, we are passing what here? Electricity. When electricity is passed, the compound NaCl will dissociate into Na plus and Cl minus. The compound NaCl will dissociate into what now? Na plus Cl minus. Okay, and H2O. H2O will dissociate into H plus OH minus. H plus and OH minus. Okay, so when electricity is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium chloride, that is brine solution, it decomposes. NaCl decomposes to form sodium hydroxide. Finally, what will be produced here? NaOH is produced. How you see? In aqua means water. In aqueous solution, what will be the ions here? H plus will be there, cation, and also OH minus will be there, right? So H plus and OH minus will be present in aqueous solution. So OH minus from the water, H plus from water. H plus cation, OH minus anion. And what is the cation of sodium chloride? Cation of NaCl is what? Na plus. So Na plus is the cation of sodium chloride, and Cl minus is what? Cl minus is anion of sodium chloride. So totally we have what? H plus, Na plus, two cations. OH minus, Cl minus, two anions. So in the aqueous solution of sodium chloride, that is in brine solution, we have how many cations? One H plus, one Na plus. And how many anions? Two anions. OH minus anion, Cl minus anion. That point keep in mind. Now what happens is that when we pass electricity, okay, cations will go to what? Cathode. Cations will go to cathode in the electrolytic vessel. In the electrolytic vessel, cations will go to what? Cathode. Anions will go to anode. Cations will go to cathode. Anions will go to anode. So cations, what is the charge? What is the charge of cations? Plus 1. Cations have what? Plus 1. So they are attracted by what? Cathode. So cathode should be having what now? Negative charge. The cathode has negative charge. Cations have positive charge. And OH minus and Cl minus. These two are what? Anions here. Negative ions. The anions are attracted by anode. So anode should be having which charge? Positive charge. When anode has positive charge, then only it can attract what? Negatively charged Cl minus and OH minus. So that point keep in mind. Now, how many cations are going to cathode here? H plus and Na plus. From aqueous solution of NaCl, from brine, H plus and Na plus, both will go to cathode. Now at cathode, which cation will discharge? Which cation will discharge? H plus will discharge or Na plus will discharge? That point is to be understood here. Now between Na plus and H plus, between hydrogen and sodium, which is more metallic element? Sodium is more metallic. Hydrogen is less metallic relatively. So less metallic cation, the cation of less metallic element will be discharged first. Between H plus cation, Na plus cation, which will be discharged at cathode, H plus will be discharged. And H plus will be discharged to form which gas here? H2 gas will be produced here. So which gas is produced at cathode here? H2 gas will be produced at cathode. So at cathode, what will be produced here? H2 gas will be produced from which ions? From H plus ions. The H plus ions are discharging to form what? H2 gas. Each H plus needs how many electrons to gain? Each H plus gains 1 electron from cathode. 2 H plus will gain 2 electrons. The 2 H plus ions will gain 2 electrons to form 2 atoms of hydrogen. The 2 atoms of hydrogen will be in the form of H2 molecule. So this H2 gas will be produced at cathode from which ions? H plus ions. And Na plus ions left over in the solution, remember, Na plus ions are not discharged at cathode. When H plus and Na plus both cations move towards cathode, only H plus will be discharged. Why? H plus ions are less metallic in nature. Then H plus ions will discharge at cathode to form which gas? H2 gas. And which gas is produced at cathode now? H2 gas is produced. That point keep in mind. Now which cation left over in the solution? Na plus cation left over, like that. That point keep in mind. Next now. How many anions in the aqueous solution of sodium chloride? OH minus is 1 anion, Cl minus is 1 anion. Between Cl minus and OH minus, which ion will be discharged? Which ion will lose charge? At anode. Anions will go to anode. At anode, which ion, Cl minus or OH minus, which will be discharged? Yes. Cl minus will be discharged. Why Cl minus ion is discharged before OH minus? The reason is that the Cl minus is made up of how many elements? Only chlorine element. But OH minus ion is made up of how many elements? Two atoms. OH minus anion is made up of how many elements? Two elements. Hydrogen element, oxygen element here. But chloride ion is made up of only one element. Now, which is simple ion? Cl minus is simple ion. OH minus is simple ion. Cl minus is the simple ion, remember. So, whichever is the simple ion, that will be discharged, remember, for time being. For time being, remember that Cl minus is the simple ion made up of only one element. OH minus is the compound ion. OH minus is compound ion made up of two types of elements. Okay, therefore, OH minus and Cl minus, when they go to anode, which anion will be discharged? Cl minus will be discharged. Then the Cl minus will discharge to form what? Which gas? Cl2 gas. So Cl2 gas will be produced at anode. So which gas is produced here? Cl2 gas is produced here. So the Cl2 gas will be produced at what? Anode. Okay, how Cl2 gas is produced here? Each Cl minus will lose one electron. Each Cl minus ion has what? One electron extra, minus one. So one electron will be lost. Then Cl atom will form. Like the two Cl minus ions will lose two electrons. Two Cl minus will lose two electrons to form two Cl atoms. The two Cl atoms will combine to form which molecule? Cl2 molecule. In this way, Cl2 gas will be produced at what? Anode. At anode, what will be produced? Cl2 gas. At cathode, what will be produced? H2 gas. So H2 gas at what? Cathode. Cl2 gas at anode. They ask you, when you pass electricity through, when electricity is passed through aqueous solution of NaCl, which gases are produced at cathode and at anode? At anode, what will be produced here? Cl2 gas. At cathode, H2 gas. This point keep in mind. Now in the aqueous solution of sodium chloride, which cation left over? Na plus cation. Na plus cation left over. And which anion left over? OH minus anion left over. Now this Na plus and OH minus combine to form which molecule? NaOH. Sodium hydroxide compound is produced. This sodium hydroxide NaOH, the compound of what here? Caustic soda. It is the compound called what? Caustic soda or sodium hydroxide. So in this way, sodium hydroxide NaOH can be prepared from common salt by passing what? Electricity through aqueous solution of sodium chloride. The saturated aqueous solution of sodium chloride is called what? Brine. Through this brine, when you pass electricity, we get what? Hydrogen gas at cathode, Cl2 gas at anode, and Na plus OH minus. Na plus OH minus. Both combine to form NaOH. More NaOH will be obtained at cathode, remember. NaOH is obtained at what? Cathode. Cathode. Okay. So because Na plus cations have gone to cathode now. And OH minus ions from water. OH minus ions from water. The water is available at cathode and anode also. At anode, water is there. Near the cathode also, anode is water is there. Water is present at cathode and anode, both cases. So OH minus will be available anywhere. Near the cathode, near the anode, OH minus will be there. But Na plus ions are attracted towards which one? Cathode. That's why at cathode, Na plus ions left over in the solution will combine with what? OH minus ions and form NaOH at cathode. So NaOH is produced at cathode or anode? Cathode. And which gas is produced at cathode? H2. Which gas is produced at anode? Cl2. So this point we have to understand. So in this main point, what we have to understand is that, okay, NaOH produced here, the NaOH produced is acid or base? The NaOH substance produced in this process, is it acid or base? It is base. Soluble base or insoluble base in water? It is soluble base. NaOH is what? Soluble base. When soluble base is taken, what is soluble base called? Alkali. 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 Alkali means what? The soluble base. Okay. So NaOH is soluble base. Alkali. And what is also produced here? Chlorine is produced here. Chlorine gas is produced as byproduct. Alkali, NaOH, alkali is produced as main product. So this reaction is given the name chlor-alkali process. Chloro-alkali process. Why this process is called chloro-alkali process? Chloro means chlorine gas is released at anode. And alkali means NaOH alkali. NaOH base is obtained at cathode. That's why this process is given the name what? Chloro-alkali process or chlor-alkali process. Chlor-alkali process. Okay, ma? And one more thing what we have to remember is that between H plus and Na plus, when there is a competition between H plus and Na plus at cathode, which ion will be discharged first? H plus will be discharged. This is called preferential discharge theory. Preferential discharge theory. Preferential discharge theory means what? When two cations approach cathode, only one cation will be discharged. The other cation will not be discharged. This is called what? Preferential discharge theory. Now between H plus and Na plus, which will be preferentially discharged first? H plus is preferentially discharged first. Before what? Na plus. Is that clear? So like this, preferential discharge theory states that when two cations approach cathode or when two anions approach anode, only one ion, any one ion will be discharged. Any one ion will be discharged. Okay. So that point keep in mind. About that we'll discuss in detail in electrochemistry lesson. In chemistry we have one chapter called electrochemistry. That electrochemistry chapter will come in second year, inter second year. So that there we discuss in detail about what? This preferential discharge theory. For time being, remember that between Cl minus and OH minus, what will be discharged first? Cl minus will be discharged. Between OH minus, between H plus and Na plus, what will be discharged first? H plus will be discharged. Is that clear, ma? So that point keep in mind. Next. So what is given this sentence once again? See, when electricity is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium chloride, that is brine, it decomposes. The brine decomposes to form sodium hydroxide, NaOH. The process is called chloro-alkali process because of the products formed. Chloro for what? Chlorine. Chloro is for chlorine gas and alkali for sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is what? Soluble base. Soluble base is called what? Alkali. Now see. Now from that process, from the above process, chloro-alkali process, we got three compounds as products. H2 gas at cathode. Cathode means which charged? Cathode is what? Negatively charged. Cathode is negatively charged. At the negatively charged cathode, which gas is produced? H2 gas is produced. This H2 gas is produced from H plus ions or Na plus ions? From H plus ions, we got H2 gas here. And at anode means what? Positive electrode. Anode is what? Positive electrode. So the positive electrode anode will attract which ions? Negative anions. The negatively charged anions will be attracted by positively charged anode. And the negatively charged cathode will attract positively charged cations. So cations are attracted by cathode, anions are attracted by anode. That point keep in mind. Okay. And we also will get what? NaOH. NaOH also we get near what? Near cathode. Near the cathode only we get what? NaOH. Okay. So NaOH also will be obtained at what? Cathode, remember. Okay. Now at cathode, what are the products? At cathode, H2 gas and NaOH. At anode, what is the product obtained? Cl2 gas. And what is this salt packet here? From this salt, common salt, we can obtain H2, Cl2 and NaOH. Now again, these are given applications here, uses of hydrogen, uses of Cl2, uses of NaOH given here. Now suppose when H2 and Cl2 taken together, when H2 and Cl2 combine with each other, we get what? HCl, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid obtained from combination of H2 gas and Cl2 gas. We get HCl. And by the combination of Cl2 and NaOH, by the combination of Cl2 and NaOH, we get bleach. That is bleaching powder, calcium oxychloride. Okay, so bleaching powder is obtained from Cl2 and NaOH. Remember, keep in mind. Next, H2 gas. H2 gas here uses what now? It is used as what? Fuel. H2 gas is used as what now? Fuel. And also it is used in making of what? Margarine. So margarine meaning what? Margarine means dalda. Dalda is used in making of biryani, right? In biryani making, what we use? Dalda. Dalda is also called vanaspati. What is it? Vanaspati or dalda or margarine. You can note down. Margarine meaning what? Vanaspati or dalda. So, in the making of what in the preparation of fuels, in the preparation of margarine, in the preparation of ammonia, okay, we use what? H2. H2 will be used for preparation of what? Ammonia. Ammonia is again used for what? Fertilizer. Ammonia is again used for fertilizer. For preparation of ammonia, what we use? Hydrogen. Nitrogen and hydrogen. Nitrogen gas, hydrogen gas, when they combine, we get ammonia. Again, this ammonia is used for making of fertilizers. Okay, ma? Next, Cl2. Cl2 means what here? Chlorine. Cl2. So the water treatment. Water treatment meaning what? The Cl2 gas, when you pass through water, the Cl2 kills bacteria. Cl2 kills what? Bacteria. So like that, bacteria can be killed in the water, drinking water. So the drinking water can be purified by what? Cl2 gas. The passing of chlorine gas through water is called chlorination. What is the phenomena? Chlorination process. In the chlorination process, we can kill the bacteria. Okay. So the water treatment we use here. And we use in different cases, all this given here. And what is the PVC standing for here? So in swimming pools, we pass for Cl2 gas to remove what? Any bad odor, bad smell from the swimming pools. Okay. And also what? PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Polyvinyl chloride. In the preparation of this PVC pipes, the electrical pipes there, na? The electrical wire will be inserted through some pipes. The pipes are what? PVC, polyvinyl chloride pipes. So in the making of PVC, we use what? Chlorine. And as what? Disinfectant. Disinfectant means what here? To kill the insects. To kill the insects and bacteria, we use what? This chlorine. Okay. And chlorofluorocarbons. CFC means what? Chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons are what here? Prepared from what? Cl. And pesticides. In the preparation of pesticides also we use what? Chlorine gas. So these are uses of what? Chlorine. And uses of only NaOH. What? Degreasing the metals. So metals in the factory, metals in the metallic objects in the factory will get grease on the surface. They will be covered by some grease. To remove the grease from that metal surface, we use what? NaOH. NaOH is used as what? Degreasing metal. For degreasing of metals, what we use? NaOH. Okay, household bleach we say. Household bleach. And in the manufacture of soaps, what we use? NaOH. In the manufacture of detergents, we use what? NaOH. In the paper making, we use what? NaOH. In preparation of artificial fibers also, we use what? NaOH. So these all are uses of what? NaOH. So by using what? Cl2 and NaOH, we can prepare what? Bleaching powder, calcium oxychloride. And it is for what? Household bleaches, bleaching fabric. So in the making of bleaching fabric, household bleaches, we use what? Bleaching powder. The bleach can be obtained by using what? NaOH and Cl2. Again, H2 and Cl2 will combine to form what? Hydrochloric acid. Again, this hydrochloric acid is used for what? Cleaning the steel. To clean the steel objects. To clean the steel objects, we use what? HCl. And ammonium chloride is obtained from HCl. When ammonia and HCl, NH3 and HCl, when they combine, what will be forming? Ammonium chloride, NH4Cl can be produced. And in the making of medicines, in the preparation of medicines also what we use? In the preparation of medicines also we use what? Hydrochloric acid. So in cosmetics, making of cosmetics also we use what? Hydrochloric acid. So in this way we can take what the uses of different products obtained in which process? Chloro-alkali process. Chloro-alkali process meaning what? The process in which electricity is passed through common salt solution, that is called brine, through the aqueous solution of NaCl, that is through brine. When electricity is passed, the NaOH alkali is obtained along with chlorine gas and hydrogen gas. Okay, this process is what? Chloro-alkali process. Okay. Next. So the important products we discuss now. Important products of what here chloro-alkali process we discuss. Chlor-alkali process. Now in this process here, what is the common reaction here? It is common salt. NaCl is what? Common salt. Aqueous solution of common salt. Aqueous solution of common salt here. This aqueous solution of common salt is called what? Brine. B-R-I-N-E. Brine. Plus 2H2O means aqueous solution. In this water, liquid water, we dissolved what? NaCl. Then it is for aqueous solution we got. Then it is giving 2 moles NaOH, 1 mole Cl2, 1 mole hydrogen gas. 1 mole hydrogen gas, 1 mole chlorine gas, 2 moles NaOH aqueous solution. As NaOH base is dissolved to form aqueous solution, this soluble base NaOH is called what? Alkali. Soluble bases are called alkalis. Suppose you take ZnOH taken twice, zinc hydroxide. Zinc hydroxide is what? Base, that's all. But it is not alkali because zinc hydroxide does not dissolve in water. Therefore, zinc hydroxide is what? A base, but not alkali. That point keep in mind. So like the H2 gas, Cl2 gas, and NaOH will be produced in what? Chlor-alkali process. It is the equation for this process. Then chlorine gas is given off at the anode. Okay, at anode what will be produced here? Chlorine gas. So this point is important here. So at anode which gas is produced here? Chlorine gas. And hydrogen gas at cathode. So what will be given off? What will be liberated at cathode? Hydrogen gas. And sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide solution is formed near the cathode. Near the cathode. I told you near the cathode. Why? Near the cathode, Na plus will be there. Na plus will not go to anode. Na plus will not go to anode. Na plus will come to cations, will come to cathode only. So all Na plus ions are nearby cathode. But OH minus from water will be everywhere. Near the cathode and near the anode, Na plus will be there. Means OH minus will be there. Therefore, near the cathode, what happens now? The Na plus and OH minus both will combine to form NaOH. Okay, so the 3 products produced in this process are what now? What are they? What here? Cathode, all are useful here. Chlorine is useful, hydrogen is useful, NaOH is useful. Okay, man. So different use of products we have discussed in the above diagram. We have discussed about different types of products of this process. Okay, man. Next compound is what now? Bleaching powder. What is this? Bleaching powder. So you know that chlorine is produced during the electrolysis of aqueous solution of what? NaCl. Through the aqueous solution of NaCl, when electricity is passed, we got chlorine gas. So the chlorine gas is used for the manufacture of what? Bleaching powder. For the manufacture of what is used? Bleaching powder. What is used? Chlorine is used. So bleaching powder is produced by the action of chlorine on dry slaked lime. Slaked lime formula what? Calcium hydroxide. Slaked lime formula what? Calcium hydroxide. Okay, ma'am. So through this, what here? Cl2 gas will be acting upon calcium hydroxide to produce what? Bleaching powder. So bleaching powder is represented by the formula CaOCl2. What is the formula of bleaching powder? CaOCl2. So, though the actual composition is quite complex, that means what? As we see here, CaOCl2, it is not that simple to understand bleaching powder structure. Okay, so that all things is that all things are not discussed here in state board, but you try to understand. You can. Now here, first you go to that equation. What is the equation here? Calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. That is dry slaked lime. What is dry slaked lime? Okay, and what is reacting with this Cl2? Cl2 and dry slaked lime will give CaOCl2 plus H2O. CaOCl2 plus H2O. So what is the CaOCl2 called? Bleaching powder. And about this bleaching powder, in detail, we'll discuss in next class. What is bleaching powder? What is the complex structure of this composition of bleaching powder? Everything I will tell you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Good day. Take care.